Um,
This meeting is being recorded.
as always, guys, keep your microphones on mute unless you have a question and cameras off. We'll get underway. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
Done.
Any questions out there, guys? Here we go. Dan Cherney.
Oh, g'day, Pat. How did you assess that day's play, and do you feel the conditions were pretty? I know you went batting out there tonight, but do you feel they were pretty difficult to bat on? Obviously, you lost a few quick wickets there. But do you think the conditions were pretty tricky?
Yeah, certainly. I think bowling them out for 180 odd was a was a really good result. The pitch seemed around a little bit, but I thought we bowled really well. That night session, they're the kind of night sessions you've got to be careful of in day-night cricket. If you get caught out with a new ball, I think even with it being quite warm and humid tonight, it always seems to do a little bit more as well. So I think, although we're 3 for 30 odd, I think it's a pretty good effort to only be 3 down in really tough conditions, batting out there for 2 or 3 hours.
Ben Hall.
Hey, Pat, was that a pretty big effort from Scott to get through there, facing 25 odd balls to get through to stumps?
Yeah, huge from Scotty. He was ready to go from about half an hour, maybe just a little bit more than that. And it was fantastic. Even got a few singles off the last ball of the over. So huge effort for him. Yeah, solid defence. Wore a couple on his hands. Brilliant. Hopefully, his hard work, the batters can cash in tomorrow when normally the wicket's a little bit easier during the day.
Mal Con.
Pat, do you have any sort of idea, given what the pitch is doing, of what sort of score you'd be comfortable with, or what sort of lead you'd be comfortable with?
I mean, there's plenty of time left in the match, so as many as we can would be nice. I'd love to get close to 300 at least. It's I've said a few times you can have pink ball sessions where it's like that, and you feel like you're going to get a wicket every ball. There's also other times where the ball can get soft and you feel like you're a million miles away from getting a wicket. So there's always just a few more unknowns. As many runs as we can get, the better. And even timing the new ball, we can have a hard ball under lights. It's always a good thing.
Alex Malcolm.
Well, bowl, Pat. That was the longest innings I think that you've had where Nathan hasn't bowled. And I was just wondering how much of an advantage it is having now both Scott and Cameron to be able to not only contain and hit lengths relentlessly and drive the scoring up, but also to create pressure and be taking wickets as well. How much of an advantage is that for you as a captain to give you so many options from both ends?
It's huge. I just felt like, especially in cool conditions, and we could just have 2 quicks operating and then literally just switch both ends and the next 2 quicks operate. And it's just a real luxury at the moment. Everyone's bowling so well. Nathan Lyon, I'm sure, would have done a great job. He's, been fantastic this series, and to not even need him, it's a sign that we're in a really good place. Again, I think everyone bowled around kind of between 10 and 15 overs, so hopefully we've got some fresh legs going into the second inning as well. But Scotty's been obviously fantastic, but Greeny is an all-rounder. He's a genuine fourth quick, keeps it tight, takes big wickets.
Rob Forsyth.
Hey, did you get the sense with Steve early on that he was in the zone, and just how desperate will he be to go on with it tomorrow?
It's not often Steve misses out twice in a test match. He just loves batting, doesn't he? That was bloody tough conditions out there. There were some balls seeming an absolute mile, but again, showed why he's right up there as the best in the world. I'm sure he's ready to go tomorrow. Hasn't scored 100 this series, so I reckon tomorrow he'll be pretty up for it.
Andrew Ramsey.
Okay, Pat. Obviously, the pink ball stuff makes it different and fair bit of grass on that pitch, but it has sort of flattened out in Shield matches in years gone by. Do you think that's a risk in this game? Is it always going to be tricky to bat on throughout?
Yes, it's one of the unknowns. I think it's another reason why both teams wanted to bowl first is traditionally it gets flatter and flatter. There's probably a little bit more grass on it, and even playing under lights at night, it gets a bit more dew. So I felt like it livened up a little bit. But yeah, it's one of the big unknowns. Not having a lot of history here with pink ball cricket. I think, today probably quickened up a little bit compared to yesterday. Hopefully, it's similar tomorrow.
Last one here by the looks, guys. Ben Horn.
Pat, I was just wondering, there's been a lot of chat about Justin Langer's future. I was just wondering, are you hoping that it is something that's resolved quickly after the test match and isn't left to drag on?
That's above my pay grade. So I'll wait and see. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have clarity for everyone, but he's been doing a fantastic job. We absolutely love Jo. He's been really great, through the World Cup and the Ashes. Honestly, it's not been a talking point at all within the camp. The plan's always been to chat about it after the Ashes. So, the powers will be. I'm sure we'll chat at some stage, but he's been fantastic for us, and the boys love him. Love having him around.
Thanks, Ben, and thanks to Pat for joining us tonight, guys. We'll catch up with everyone tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Okay.